Welcome to Hope Matters Radio.
Today we're venturing into the world of custom building, specifically into flooring, hardwood, and tile. And with us we have Dave, Jason, and John Musselman of Musselman's Custom Flooring to talk to us a little bit about what's hot in flooring today and to give us a little background on their third-generation business. And Dave, it was actually your father that started the business many, many years ago.
Yeah, Paul, my dad started it in 1945. He was an apprentice for his uncle. And his uncle said, hey, why don't you do the floor sanding for me? And he says, I'll buy your first set of machinery and put you in business. So it's over 40 years for me now.
Wow.
And we've seen the trend from all hardwood in the 50s and early 60s to all of a sudden carpeting came into the realm, and the hardwood started to drop back because people were always wanting carpet in their homes. Now today, the flooring trend is coming back because it's much cleaner, for one thing. People with allergies and things like that have taken out their carpet because the pollen and things like that builds into the base of the carpet. Every time you vacuum, it goes back into the air, and so you have all that type of thing. So flooring is coming back strong.
John, what materials are you seeing in the marketplace right now that, in your opinion, are a more timeless product? They're really going to hold up well. They're going to be a good sustainable install for your customers.
Today we're seeing a lot more sustainable products like bamboo and also reclaimed products like antique flooring that are just kind of timeless pieces. The newer floors that we see out there right now that are hand scraped, those items, I don't know that they'll be necessarily timeless pieces versus our sanded floors.
Sure.
But they are products that'll be around for a good deal of time.
One thing I'm seeing more and more of now are a lot of the reclaimed lumbers, and specifically there are these shows on now where they're doing logging and pulling logs out of the rivers that have been underwater for 100+ years. That kind of seems to be a pretty hot thing right now. You guys finding yourselves doing more and more of that now?
Well, in fact, my dad's floors in his farmhouse, he put some reclaimed or they've remilled the wood, so they pull it off the bottoms, like you're saying, of these rivers that had sank. When they were taking these logs down the rivers to be milled, they would sink in the process, and now they're pulling those logs out of those rivers and kiln drying them, resawing them, and then now, yes, we are installing them in homes, which is interesting just because of the history of the wood kind of thing.
Right.
But that wood, the water has completely encapsulated that wood, and it's just like you're cutting it down today. Also pulling lumber out of buildings and resawing that or remilling that to be put into houses. We'll have beams that they mill down, so you'll have the old peg marks in the floor to show that old character.
Aside from just hardwood flooring and wood flooring, you guys also get into tile work. And boy, I'll tell you, I mean, over the years as I go through homes, I just see some really elaborate, pretty awesome stuff, and I'm sure you guys see the same thing. It just seems like there's so many more choices now than there were just 10 or 15 years ago. How do you walk a customer through that whole process of selection?
Well, a lot of times it has to do with the amount of grout joints that are in a floor. The bigger the tile, the less the joint. The joints are the weak point of any tile job as far as maintenance goes.
Sure.
Keeping them clean. If they're sealed well and done, it doesn't really matter what size the tile is, they'll still stay clean. But a lot of people don't take the time to do the sealing after the job is complete. So, but as far as the products go, it depends on what you're looking for. As far as least amount of joints, it gives it more of an open or a bigger appearance. More joints, it tends to shrink everything down and
Sure.
and make it too busy.
Now, resealing a floor, is that kind of like a regular maintenance thing? In other words, it's not just done when you initially install. You have to do that periodically as well, correct?
Yeah, once in a while. It really, if you do it before it needs it, is the better way to do it. A good product that lasts 5 years, say, you would probably want to do it in about 2.5.
Okay. Now, Jason, I think I've seen it all because I'm in so many different houses day in, day out, but you guys are installing it, so you're probably seeing so many different and unique things. In recent memory, talk about one of the most elaborate, unique, or like coolest tile jobs you guys have done.
The one that comes to mind we did in Telford, which actually John did most of it.
Okay.
But I helped with that one as well. We ended up installing the soapstone in front of the fireplace and made it look like it was round even though it was flat and all the grains lined up. The back wall was stone that was lit up, backlit above the fireplace, and that was Each tile was cut, and the rows were the same, that it was tiered out ever so slightly so that the light washed up the wall. In the bathrooms, we had tile going into stone, going into granite, and just all over the place. Several months were spent in a bathroom.
And aside from all that, I know you guys don't really specifically market to it, but every once in a while you'll be doing a flooring job for an existing customer, and they'll say to you, hey, I want to build a custom table out of old growth lumber. I want to do something like that. In fact, the table we're sitting at today, Jason, you actually did this build, didn't you, this tabletop?
John did.
John did
Yeah.
it, okay. So talk a little bit about that work and some of the neat pieces you guys have done there.
We've done, John did this. I was actually too busy at the time, so pass it off to the brother. Nice brother that I am. And this particular piece here is, this is quarter sawn, rift and quarter sawn red oak with a Wengi border.
Well, I've seen some of your great work, and I mean, for anybody who's here listening this morning, you can always go to hopemattersradio.com, learn more about Musselman's Custom Flooring, see their work. They do some beautiful, beautiful stuff, really nice top-end custom things. If you want to get a hold of them, you click on the contact link at hopemattersradio.com, drop us a line. They do first-class work, really nice stuff.
Hope Matters Radio is brought to you by the Real Estate Radio Network. Visit hopemattersradio.com for more information. That's hopemattersradio.com.